devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
What's up? How you guys doing? How we doing, guys? Good to fucking see ya. Hey, Force. What's up, man? How are we? I'm doing well. Yeah, doing well. Salute, Kitty. Salute. Salute. Hopefully you're rounding out the work day there. So, I was planning on knocking off the Rust, but then I realized that the PlayStation thing is in like 40 minutes. We can watch that and then play some games afterwards. What up, Ken? Honestly, the only thing I'm looking for, the PlayStation State of Play, two things. One, if they are going to release a Destiny sequel and announce a D3, I know that the expansion's coming out or whatever on Monday or Tuesday, but like, I'm hoping they realize that they just fucked that game up too much and they're ready to move on to 3, and then they like tease something about that so that I can actually maybe start playing Destiny at some point, a new one. And then Bloodborne. That's all I'm looking for. Everything else, I don't really give a shit. A new Bloodborne. And now that Sony's they've been actually cooperating with PC. We've actually had some Sony titles hit PC. We might. It might be pretty poggies. Might be pretty poggies. We'll see. About an hour and a half left. Ugh. Ugh. How do you know exactly what time I wake up? That's what I have to say about that. Exactly. Yeah, fair enough. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so we got a yap for like 30 minutes, and then we got to watch the PlayStation thing, and then video games. So, obviously, G2 won the Liquid G2 game last night. So that's something. I'm not really sure. I don't know. The game was pretty shit. I ended the stream last night while I was fueling up and eating. I was watching the tail end of it, and it wasn't a great game to watch. The absolute dick sucking of Stewart is just insane. Oh, I wish he was good. I wish he was really, I wish he like came back and was like this super fucking impactful player. But fuck, man. He's not. Spirit's great. I mean, Spirit's got donk, right? I mean, fuck. He's got probably arguably the most gifted, mechanically gifted player that is currently touching a mouse in the game of CS2 on your team. I hope, you know, you're at least competitive, right? G2 had an actual entry for Fragger. They'd be the best team in the world for this event only. I mean, here's the thing though, like, they kind of should have had it, right? Like, if Stu's as good as everybody's saying, they kind of should have had it, right? I don't know. Hey, Mike. What's up, brother? Where you been and where you at? Brother, I had to live life for a little bit, my man. Yeah, I'm in Duluth now. I've been checking up on you on your snap stories and shit. You've been living some life too, man. It's great to see. Love seeing the pups and the misses and everybody doing well, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. When I'm going to Copenhagen in August for IEM, I might hate the game, but I still live for the esports. That's actually really fair. I honestly kind of feel that way a little bit. Like, I feel like I have a lot of pride in the game itself, just based off of the sheer volume of time that I've devoted, like how much of my life I've devoted to the game. But I mean, esports, Counter-Strike esports is just, it's another level, right? Like, and anybody that says there's other games replicating it is not real. Dota probably touches it a little bit, but it's a different vibe, you know, when you have like such a developer backed experience. I think it's a little bit different. The fact that we're independently making a lot of these experiences happen is very, very impressive. Should be studied at Harvard. Being on this caster, I feel like CS definitely brings so much life into their esports. Atmosphere, right? The atmosphere. I think watching Counter-Strike can be very, very enticing. Like a layman, somebody who's not necessarily super devoted to the game, can kind of go into it, watch the game, and still have like a pretty great experience, right? And then CS, just we've always had the best casters in the world, and it's not even close. No disrespect to other esports casters, and I know that some have, you know, transitioned from CS to go elsewhere, but Counter-Strike, it just breeds the best fucking casters. Most passionicity of any esport. I think that kind of goes back to what I was talking about last night. Was Counter-Strike is very unique in that it has probably, of all esports, the largest devoted fan base that probably just invests in Counter-Strike and kind of nowhere else. And I think that that's how it's sort of personified and drawn out is through the actual events. You know, you see people react to the game in much of a similar way as you would like a, you know, a European football game. Very similar. No, very much disrespect to casters, because half of them just melt in their chair and force reactions. Whoa, Dingle Doofus just got a 3K. That's so cool, man. Wow. Oh my, and then he got him. Like, yeah. I mean, I think Counter-Strike probably just has, I think it lends itself to the storytelling, and I think I forgot how some of the guys, I think Exner talked about it once or twice, but talks about it in terms of like the ebb and flow of the game, like the rhythm of the game. Maybe Machine was talking about it too. It's like the rhythm of the game lends itself to casting. Like, it's an enjoyable game. It's an experience to cast the game. It's an exciting game to cast, just by the nature of how the game is structured and played, which is cool, because that just means we get a better experience, right? I mean, think about it. Like, even if you're not necessarily like super invested in the esports side of Counter-Strike or Counter-Strike in general, like, you can't tell me that like some of the material that we have, right? Like the Anders clips, like the Moses clips, you know, the you know, Henry G and Sadakis clips, you know, some of these clips of these guys making these calls that just stand out. Like, they stand the test of time, and you can go back and rewatch those clips, and it's still kind of like, fuck, it feels good, man. Gives you the goosebumps. Like, I could imagine, you know, if I was a pro player, fuck, you just like listen to some of those like incredible moments. How do you not get like goosebumps and just ready to play, you know? So grateful to have Sponge and Machine. They're great. Yeah. I mean, Machine's been doing it, has been perfecting his style for such a long time that now it's great. And then Sponge has like a really nice weaving of more articulate, like high level structure talk and mechanical talk about the game itself, and he kind of like weaves in his personality, which, you know, the dryness of Sponge kind of meshes really, really well with how energetic and almost like rhythmic Machine is. It's like a cool little back and forth. It's nice. Bardolph, yeah, I don't think I ever really like, I don't think he's a terrible caster. I think the problem is that Henry and Sadakis were just that much better. So during that era, it was hard to really like gravitate towards their casting and enjoy it without thinking like, gee, I wish Henry and Sato were casting this, if that makes sense. Just listen to some of the cast. I'd be ready to get shit on without fail every time. Repair thy anus. What? Oh man. Anybody else miss custom skins and stuff? You know, like before having to buy them, you just go on like FPS Banana and download them and put them in the C Strike folder and stuff. You guys are probably too young to remember that. What a time. Ah, yes, the C Strike folder. I'm not kidding. Before there were skins like in Source, it would all be client side. So you would just go to like, there's a website called FPS Banana, and you'd go on there and download the skins, drop them in the correct directory and folder, and you'd have skins. It's great. What up, Paul? How goes it, buddy? To be fair, I didn't have a PC till like 2016. Oh yeah, I'm talking about like 2006. 2005, something like that. So, yeah, you guys are too young to remember that. Working per usual, last days of the month, sales life, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of lucked out. I had several deals kind of get pushed through last week. So this week is sort of just maintenance, as we say in the business. Grinding for another K at the moment. Yeah. The way my pay structure is, I'm incentivized to do as much as possible, but not necessarily worth the additional work if the total monetary value doesn't reach a certain threshold, kind of. That makes sense. It's not, I don't have thresholds or like necessarily, you know, goals. I have metrics and shit, some KPI stuff that I have to adhere to, but I'm 19 locations, so I have to get 10 to goal. I'm at 13, but pushing to 15 for the cash. Damn. What were you doing? Wasn't insurance, was it? I remember towards the end of me going full time, I think you had just switched. Oh, was it phone sales? I thought you had gone and done something else. I was a DM for AT&T for a little bit back in the day. Good gig. Good gig. Depending on your area and district, obviously. Yeah. It's badass though. Yeah, it's a great gig. When things are going well, it's a really great gig. Yeah. I went through a process, sort of like multiple phases while I was a DM. My initial entrance into that role, I had a dog shit boss, so the job sucked. But then once I got a different boss, it actually improved quite a bit. Yeah, divorce means that you only made 85. So. It's good money though, man. I'm happy for you. It's badass. You'll need to make more, obviously, since, you know, divorce, but it sucks though, man. I come from a divorce household, and I understand what that does to everybody. It sucks. But at the same time, I also now understand that it's just a part of fucking life, and it happens. And it's better to fucking get it done than become wretched towards each other, and then by default it overflowing and branching out to your children and everything else. It's definitely the lesser of the two evils, right? Unfortunately, divorce law is incredibly archaic and definitively almost 100% of the time favors the mom, and typically they do what they can to screw over the father. For now, rich forever. You could just print money, that's true. That is true. Nobody's stopping you. If you really think about it, right? Like you really think about it. Right this second, who is stopping you from printing money? Yeah. 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 Without sounding too much like an emotionless fuckhead, that's a level of schooling that I've graduated from. New World Order. Oh, I thought you just threw in the New World Order fucking like NWO shit. Like, goddamn. I can't have you. Not even your money can. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I feel like that's one of those subject matters that it's obviously different, like situation to situation. Everybody's unique, and butterflies and snowflakes and everything else. But I think ultimately the concept of, you know, staying together because we got married versus like being happy and then by proxy allowing, you know, now don't get me wrong, I personally believe that you should put the children first and then make those sorts of decisions. I understand like certain situations are different or whatever, or at least until they're like old enough to like get it, right? But you know, it's different for everybody, and it's a tough situation. Yo, what up, Jester? How you doing, brother? What are you up to today? Yeah. 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 It's tough, man. It's tough. I hate thinking about, like, I've been in that situation, not married, but just, you know, in a not great relationship, and you know, it's pretty much, you know, dead anyways, and it's like, well, what the fuck are we doing? You know? Just grilled some food? Yeah? What you got going on? I've been on like a huge, like, turkey burger, bison burger, fucking ground beef. I've been on a huge burger kick. I just, like, my girl got me a like the Ninja convection air fryer, right? And I just like load a couple pans of those burgers up, just cook them, prep them all. It's like the easiest thing. I use it every single day. Exter, what is up, my brother? How you doing, buddy? Congrats on the IEM Dallas gig, dude. That's fucking badass. When my first stream back, you know, people were popping off saying, you know, I mentioned, I was like, anybody remember Exner, man? That motherfucker, he hit it. He did it, man. That's so cool. I know you've grinded your ass off, and you know, you put in the time, and you did it, man. I bet that shit feels great. Yeah, brother. That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. Super cool. I can now say that I know a famous person that I used to play Counter-Strike with. It's been a journey. I know, man. I know, man. It's badass. I remember it coming back, you know, obviously cold turkey from CS and streaming for upwards of 2 years. Kind of coming back and kind of the emotions behind it were pretty surreal, you know. Especially like the first stream back, everybody comes through and says what's up and everything. And it really is. It's like the only thing I could really think of, the thing that kind of like got pushed to the forefront of my mind was probably about when you and I first met, like way back, right? Like, fuck, man, like 2015 or something, 2014, you know, somewhere way back there. And then like snapshots along the way, and, you know, streaming to fucking like one person, and you know, grinding Face It and ESCA and playing on teams, and sitting in servers learning smokes, and then like, you know, streaming more, and then going full time. It's like this whole, it kind of comes full circle. And I remember the night that I decided to go full time, and how surreal it felt. And I imagine that's how you kind of felt, right? Like that first big jump. It's like, fuck, man. And it's a great feeling, and I'm very, very happy that you probably get to experience that. It's incredible, especially given how long you've been grinding at it, man. And thank you for the resub, brother. Appreciate that. Are you back for the foreseeable future? Yes. So I'm gonna be smart about it, obviously. For instance, for the foreseeable future, probably shouldn't bet on me going live like on Fridays and Saturdays. That's time with like family and my girlfriend and stuff. But probably like at least 3 days a week, 4 days a week. This week I did 4 days, I think, or something like that. You know, and just kind of consistently going the 4 or 5 hour mark, and just kind of being smart about it. I think that y'all fucking know, man. I just burnt myself out. I fell out of love with something I grinded so hard for. I dropped a lot of time into it. So I'd like to get back to being consistent and stuff like that, but I want to be smart about it. What up, Brutal? Yep, Flom raid. Hell yeah. It's been a big jump, massive risk, but got some good connections. Hustle for it. Glad to see you're getting back in the stream. I'll make sure to pop by for sure. Yeah, brother. Keep in touch, man. I'll be on the lookout for you for sure. I like watching your shit. You're good, man. You're good. I already knew that. I already fucking knew that. But, you know, everybody else needs to know that, right? We got to get everybody else knowing that Exner's the real deal. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll be around, brother. Hit me up. I think, too, it's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. We were talking a little bit about how CS kind of breeds some of the best talent in the business, and how the game sort of lends to very, very talented speakers to really like hone their craft and develop an actual brand behind their personality and their style. I think most like esports don't really have a game standard that allows casters to be them and allow that personality to flow with the game. And I think that there's definitely, I think there are a lot of talented casters, as you know, rising through the ranks and shit. But I think that what's really great is finding that partner that meshes really well with you and really draws out like your strengths. And that's, in my opinion, over the years of the casters and Counter-Strike, I think that's what really like ignites it, right? That's where you go from, you know, Exner's fucking the titties, right? He's so super fucking good, to now we've got massive amounts of Reddit threads saying like, damn, wish, you know, Exner was cast in X, Y, or Z game, right? Whatever the bracket is, whatever the match is, whatever the series is. And that's where I think that's the next step, right? Is like getting to that next level where now we have not only TOs and your connections asking for you, now the masses are like, fuck, we really want to hear this dude speak, right? Kind of fell in love with CS2, came to be a thing. It was different and I struggled to adapt to it. I joked about it, Jester, like when I left, CSGO kind of died. Literally and then also like figuratively, but I think it's real. I think it was time for a change. I think CS2 is a good change in a lot of ways. I bitch about how it doesn't feel the same, etc., etc. I think it's maybe a little bit more like, I think just the fact that it's a different game draws a perception from the masses that says like, maybe I'll start now. And that only just amplifies and elevates the scene in its entirety. What's up, Hayes? Yeah, I think it's overall, I think it could be a very, very good thing for the scene. No bones community gaming with means no fun with CS. Honestly, that's why I held on for so long, man. Being absolutely honest, was building a community independent of, you know, Counter-Strike. It's like, might not necessarily have as much fun with the game, but having more fun with the community, that's a great little piece of the puzzle that I think a lot of streamers never get to really enjoy. Like, sure, like streamers might reach, you know, a level of success like infinitely higher than what I got, but what I did get was like a group of people that just genuinely enjoyed gaming together and hanging out, and I think that that's pretty fucking unique in the directory. Played Face, I got tired of it quickly. Yeah, that's a different gear. If that's not your jam, it's you know, it's tough. Every talent I've worked with has just been such an interesting, cool person. Yeah, yeah. Saying in CSGO that would have hit never gets old to me, to be honest. Yeah, a little bit. It's probably a little bit cope. It's like part cope, part actual fact. Other than the Bones community, I didn't really have anyone to play with, so maybe that's why I got out of it. And I think that's the angle that I took pretty early on, was that like building an inviting, and I hate what the terminology has become nowadays, but like, I'm gonna say like inclusive, but not fucking politically or any of that bullshit. It's just like, it's okay to be shit at the game and want to learn and get better, and have like a wide range of skill levels in the community is really, really important to people not being intimidated and actually wanting to get on and play and just hang out, you know, and play video games with or without the stream. That's something that, like I said, I think it's pretty fucking rare in my experience. Maybe y'all have a different perspective than I do, but as far as like Counter-Strike goes and Twitch goes and streaming and all that, it's definitely something that doesn't really happen all that often. Unfortunately, I think it could lend it. I think if more people approach the game that way, we could probably be in a much better spot as a community, instead of, you know, just the huge gap between sweaties and casuals. There's plenty of people that play the game casually that probably do have the potential to be a lot better and be a lot more confident in their play. They just don't really find the right niche, the right group to really grow as a player. I gotta find this freaking where is it? Where's the PlayStation thing? Here we go. Yo, Swipe, what's up, homie? It's been a minute, man. How are you? Good to see you. When I think of Russ being like that, You think so? I never really got into Rust. Oh, shit. You know what I need to do? Oh, pause. 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 Good. Glad to hear it, man. Russ said some streamers had massive guilds of humans hop on and vibe, but it was pretty rare. Oh, I got you. I love Rust. I really enjoy it, but it's another game where I didn't have anyone to play with. It's hard to make friends in that game because it's so toxic. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just like internet culture, you know? I'd say the majority of internet culture could be pretty toxic, right? It's totally off topic, but Squirrel ate the radish seeds I planted yesterday. All right, time to get the shovels, guys. Where they don't have like any music going on the stream or anything. What the shit? All right, so what are we looking forward to from PlayStation? I don't really give a shit about consoles, but if Bloodborne gets a numero dos, or even a remaster, think about that and like maybe some Destiny 3 vibes. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping for either a Bloodborne remaster on PC, or a Bloodborne 2 announcement. Outside of that, can't really think of anything that would get me juiced. I have a PS5 still in the box. You and probably most, there's probably a pretty considerable amount of people that have a PlayStation 5 in a box still. Never played on console in my life aside from doing multiplayer religiously in 2016. I haven't really gamed on a console since I think we did a Ghost of Sushi stream or two a long fucking time ago on like a PS4 or something like that. I don't think I've played anything other than that, honestly. Halo couch play on the original Xbox for the golden days. True. Dude, when Halo first launched, that was like, oh man. Talk about some good times. "10 years old untouched." That's wild. It was like a major leap in gaming in my life. I would say I was pretty into gaming when Halo came out. You know, I think I played RuneScape, maybe a little bit of Counter-Strike something way back in the day. But when Halo launched, yeah, that was like, I need to buy an Xbox, right? I need to get an Xbox. I think that was probably one of the first games where, and I was probably old enough to realize too, that, you know, it's okay to buy a whole ass console for a game, right? Which one was that, Force? Another Ape Escape game, though. I love that so much on my PSP. Ape Escape. FIFA 15. FIFA went hard back in the day. That was like before they became microtransaction gremlins, right? Yeah. Halo and God of War came out about the same time. When 2 came out, I had to decide between Xbox and PlayStation. God of War won the battle. Oh, I mean, PlayStation was like the GOAT back in the day. People like misremember how many bangers came out on PlayStation back when you were like, you know, a wee lad or lattice, like you're playing like console games, right? Like PC was definitely a bit more out of reach for a lot of people. Went from a Dreamcast to an Xbox. Dreamcast. Oh man. One of the best games on Dreamcast ever created. PSO, Fantasy Star Online. And then that came to Xbox. And it was like, shit. Be ballin'. Do we have it? I think I bought that Sonic game. Yeah, it's in my Steam library. It came out on PC like in 2017 or something like that. I think I played for like 30 minutes. But that game was definitely a good one. What were the little things that you had to find and grow and stuff? Choco, cow. What were the little guys? Crazy Taxi, yeah. PSO was fucking incredible, man. Also, with Xbox Live, that was like my first experience, I think, with like a live service game. Too young to realize what I was doing on PSO. It definitely was a much deeper game than probably most of us of that age group were able to really do anything with, right? Shit. Gotta move you guys to the other monitor. Thanks, Kitty.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today, they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord Galaxy. Enjoy.
You guys gotta let me know if I need to move my camera at any time, okay? Should probably do this a little bit. hot sauce like a Bausch.
Oh, jukebox.
It wasn't the plan.
It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
How much longer for the upload?
A few more minutes. Hey, start time. Try it with hot sauce. You'll like it. Trust me.
No. Do not trust him.
Whoa. Where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And then, that. That was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue button...
Amar, we will. We will.
I think so,
I'll be
Justin.
waiting outside.
No one moves. We'll be taking this off your hands.
What? This?
Funny.
Slow them down a little for you. Meet at the rendezvous point.
Wait, what? Where's the rendezvous? I didn't catch that.
Copy that, Bill.
Shield out! Well played.
You are wounded.
Fine. They only got one of my legs.
How are those hands? How bad is it? You're still mad at me?
Lennox!
Got him.
One off. This is you.
Got it!
I am developing a taste for destruction. Goodbye.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die.
Don't worry. Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us. Hey, Mark. What are you doing?
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
But we were supposed to stick together.
If you let
Him
go,
would
I
never leave me.
swear I will bring
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are. Hi. What the?
I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Or something.
I knew this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
No, it just wasn't the one we started with. All right. Another satisfied customer. Goods delivered. I sent
Agreed,
everyone
bud.
their cut.
Ooh, yeah.
So do you, like, carry it around with you for emergency bland situations or whatever?
Hey, Mara. Don't joke about something like this.
Our next job is somewhere with less
We'll
scaffolding.
have no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding. I promise. We were apart for so long. I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe
Kind of what
of
I
the
was
Concord
thinking it was going to
Galaxy.
be.
In Concord, from the moment you log on, you're part of the crew of the North
You notice
Star,
how they went down
a
to
group
like
of
the
guns for hire
alleyway,
known in our
right?
galaxy
Like a
as
lane.
Free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They
Yep.
take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Free gunning. It's hard work.
Seems Matt.
but
Yeah,
it's our
I'm with you.
work, and we don't take it for granted. Being a free gunner means, well, you're free.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves. A chance to be someone.
All right. need a second to fix myself up.
Why not?
It's definitely more Overwatch than Valorant.
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
Finally, to battle. Endless rage!
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy. We're the Free Gunner crew of the North Star. And together, we're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
The crew is gathering. Would you like to join us for game night?
With Concord, we leaned on the strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation of tight core movement,
Bet these
precise
people like Star
visceral
Trek.
shooting, and expressive abilities.
I bet they liked
ended up
Overwatch.
finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry of the characters, really pushing the possibility space of two
Is the
different
buzzword
characters colliding.
asymmetry?
It's all about creating opportunities for improvisation. That's where we can get out of the way and let players find their own magic. We also have abilities that are meant to have impact beyond direct combat. Deployable gear that can persist throughout a full game, so whether that's multiple rounds of a mode or multiple respawns across a match. There are healing pads, bullet blocking domes, explosive traps, lane blocking walls, all kinds of ways to support your team or disrupt your enemies. Coordinated teams can set up and plan ahead, and depending on where and when it happens, players can shift the battlefield to their advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. Every week, when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack the broader Concord galaxy.
Why are you kissing a tchotchke?
We're excited to share that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July, followed by Concord's global launch on August 23rd, 2024.
Yeah, right. So Overwatch tried to do the whole vignette storytelling side of the game as well, with, you know, characters having personalities and relationships and all this stuff. And let's be honest, all that does is lead to an influx of fucking Overwatch prawn.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you? A calm and reasonable person.
You don't really want war, do you, Kratos?
War is coming! The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
I like how a lot of these games that get ported to PC, they're basically just telling you the PC is a better option.
When it burns me.
Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
We have guests! They're too fast! Look out! Fate only binds you if you let it.
Listen, I'm all for it.
Do what is necessary.
You know, because hey, if Sony's gonna play ball with PC users, you're gonna garner a lot of fucking support. Go on.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food.
State of Play is the showcase for Sony.
Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land.
So
men are powerless.
New titles,
the divine.
ports,
but even so,
etc. Typically a first look.
Act.
What's up, Chris? Correct, Jester. Nah, this is some weeb stuff. Is this Dragon War or Dynasty Warriors? Is this fucking Dynasty Warriors? It is. It is Dynasty Warriors. Hog? Oh. And I say this with the utmost respect. Fuck.
Momo, I think I was dreaming.
It wasn't a dream.
Dynasty Warriors 23.5.
We were really transported to Mirrorland.
The path of a stylist is never easy. So, are you ready for it?
Ready. We're ready.
Oh yeah, Chris? Little gym mommy action?
Ready.
This is more Genshin than Genshin. That's what they call a meaningful death, Chris.
Is it you who pursues infinity? Or is infinity awaiting you?
What a dilemma.
Stars.
You ask me, ooh, you're in.
Fields.
Just don't fuck it up. Easy.
I have seen the miracles you so claim. Until the towering shadows vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above.
This looks great.
Desolate flame needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
And Tara. Not sure, Chris. I go 150 down the interstate, no problem, but women, hell no. You'll be alright, bud. Games. VR2. I still just can't fucking get behind VR stuff.
And break the curse. But I was a fool.
That sword would be humming like a bird in fucking Vi's hand.
There's no hope here. And the gods that walk among us thirst for death.
Outsider! Your head is mine!
Frames look like dog shit, man. Is this like 15 FPS?
The poison in my veins.
I wish VR was better, don't get me wrong. It's just not. We're not there yet.
I'll put you in the ground! The power of our god is immeasurable!
Thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands.
Exactly. I was just about to say that, Chris.
Do.
I'm good. Like, imagine if like a really sick, like 4K version of like Monster Hunter came out in VR with like the right gear and everything, fucking looked good, worked well. Now, I'd fucking play that. But that's probably not till like 2030 till we get something like that. Oh, this is the Alien game. Yeah. They just don't do a good job either. Like showing us like a 15 FPS fucking little clip.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation. Starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
How highly anticipated are we talking? Boy. NetEase. This the Marvel one? The... Yeah.
All realities converge here. Destiny awaits. Stronger together. Who needs a power-up? Free fire zone.
Embrace the chaos.
Insignificant attacks.
Destructive environments is pretty cool.
Healing power.
That's at least something different than the Overwatch formula.
Gonna get sticky.
Oh, are they, bud? Got like some Naruto music in the background or something?
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
I cannot get into the Overwatch formula. I can't do it. I just can't. Trying to get the Venom physique? True. Oh, this looks good. This looks like some Souls-like stuff. From Sekiro. Okay. It's fun for like 2 games with friends. I couldn't even make it through like 1 game.
Hello, friends and fans. I'm super excited to welcome all my
Tiny.
pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway. Nice one.
Dead by Daylight clone?
Oh, you're going down. Oh! It means so much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break of dawn.
I feel like someone's watching us.
There's just no one out there. Let's make this one trip we will never forget.
Get your shoes off the couch, idiot.
Mike, Emily?
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed. We should stay put right here until dawn.
Jessica!
You can't let me die!
Bye. Interesting. Kind of. I feel like that's a game if you just watch. Ooh. Huey 2? Okay, everybody quiet, everybody quiet. Everybody quiet.
Ogham was once a peaceful land, but each day descends further into madness.
Shh.
Famine and plague besiege us. The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. And now, they come for me. I must be the one to face this nightmare.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
But I need not do it alone.
Oh, good. Couch co-op. Luckily, I have a couch, so if I play it and you play it or watch me play it, then by proxy, it's kind of couch co-op, right? Oh, fuck. All right, I'm ready.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
Something to do with the fog there. That doesn't seem very natural. Probably dangerous.
I'll be careful.
We've also had like 7 or 8 iterations of this game
don't really care
by
if it's
now.
dangerous or not.
Why are we going to this place?
I'm going either way.
No, you shouldn't be here.
After watching them crawl, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say pass. But only after watching them crawling.
I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please. No, please.
Thank God, another remake. What would we do without yet another Silent Hill remake?
Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated
Capcom?
franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Ace.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
First gameplay trailer.
You bet.
World first.
I hope we find them soon.
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before. One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Were they teasing progressive environments or biomes
We'll make for
there?
the desert.
Right. The sandstorm. Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Yeah, that mon got the glump, huh? R44 gonna go crazy. That was like the definition of moist. Yo, this shit looks good.
You as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Resident voice actor 1. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Damn, that looks good. I really do wonder if they were kind of teasing at some sort of progressive environmental something there in the beginning.